Good afternoon. We are talking about the new moon in Taurus this April 2020. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to click on the subscribe button and click on that bell button so that you can know when you can get a notification when we have uploaded a new video. And we're gonna continue uploading videos like these that talks a lot about energy and how you can use the current energy state to improve your life, to make your life a little bit better, to be able to move better in life and just do things that are aligned with the current supporting energy. So I'm going to be sharing a lot on this channel around the energy work that I do, how I do the energy work. A lot of my other social media pages don't actually get to get this type of content from me because most people will not really understand how I do what I do, and I know a lot of people want to do the work that I do and they do have the talent. And when I share about how I got to start doing this and what helps me, how I am able to strive, it will help other people to be able to do that with their own callings. I mean, mine is money, but we are all called to do different things. Other than that, just to be able to lead your life in a way that is actually effective. I think when you're using energy and the power of vibrations, you are actually more effective in getting things done, in manifesting your goals, in just progressing. So that is what I'm sharing on this channel. So yeah, subscribe and you'll get more of this. So in the past 7 years, I've been a money coach and I have seen a lot of struggles from my side. I mean, before I even started to do this work, I got myself into a 40 million rand debt. That was horrible. I can tell you the whole story. It's very, very messy. I wrote a book and I explained the story and how I got to fix those kind of things. So if you want a book, it's on my website, busiselesha.com. It's also on kindle.com. It's called Money and Black People, Why Black People Don't Have Money, How to Heal Your Money Story. So if you don't have one, please go to my website, busiselesha.com, and get yourself a copy. It's an amazing book. Now, we talked, the last video that I uploaded, we're talking about new moon, and I promised that I was going to do one on full moon, but then we actually had a live Zoom session with probably more than 100 ladies, and we discussed the full moon. So we are now again back to, it's been 28 days and here's another new moon. We have another new moon, and I love new moons. I definitely love them because they are all about intentions, and I'm that person that wants to get things done. Like, can we move on? Can this happen? So I love the new moon time just because of that. Obviously, the full moon also is very important, and it's important because it's time to let go. You cannot have new things when you haven't let go of the old. So for you to have something new, the old must go. So when it's new moon, you get to set your intention, you get to plant, you get to create. When it's full moon, you get to discard and make space. So they're all just perfect, all of them. I don't know why I love this, but it's just probably because of my own selfish reasons of not wanting to let go of stuff, just wanting to keep getting more. But obviously, it doesn't work like that. You have to let go to get in. So, getting onto the subject, new moon in April is in Taurus. Taurus is an amazing sign. It's all about earth. It's all about grounding. It's all about love, warmth, and nature, and all good things. So April is always just a beautiful month, especially for us in the southern hemisphere, because of the time that just Taurus and April, just in the southern hemisphere, is just a perfect time. Like, it's not too cold, it's not too warm, it's just perfect, and it's so warm, and you can just do nature stuff and all that. Unfortunately, right now we can't do nature stuff because we have the lockdown, but normally, if it was, well, we're probably never gonna have that normal that we had, but it's always just an amazing time to bond with nature and enjoy this time. So now, in this April, in this cycle, we are experiencing something very, very important, which is the lockdown. And funny enough, the planets that are working with Taurus during this season are just about that. They are about supporting what we're currently going through. So I'm going to just give you about 4 pointers that I've found from my astrology chart when I was just looking at the new moon, and things that stood out for me. There's a lot more stuff, but I'm just going to share with you about 4. I think it's 4 or 5 things that I found, that I saw that they were important for us to sort of honor and work with. So this is how I sort out my life. I literally just go with the signs of the times. I've seen it to be the best way of fixing my life. So when I'm doing healing on myself, or when I'm doing healing with my coach, I go with the theme, the current theme, and it just seemed to help me get through stuff easier. So, and that is why I'm going to give you the theme, that if you want to fix something in your life, go with the theme of the current energy. If you want to start something new in your life, go with the theme of the current energy. That is why we do this. That's the only reason I think astrology exists. It's because it just tells us what time it is, so that we can get on the right bus. I feel like that. So now, thing number 1 is that Taurus, like I've mentioned, is all this energy that has to do with all good things and nature and Mother Earth. And also, when we have new moon, it is when the sun and the moon are at the same place. So they get to have that kiss once a month. And because of that, in new moon, we actually have the power to use both our feminine energy and our masculine energy. While in full moon, men have to stick with their masculine, women have to stick with their feminine. Well, not really, but whichever you subscribe to, because it's not just like that set on stone. I mean, there are people who just have both energies at the same level and all that, but normally during full moon, women have to stick with their femininity and men have to stick with their masculinity. But during new moon, because both the sun and the moon, during full moon, the moon and the sun are in opposite directions. They are literally 180 degrees apart. But during new moon, they are in the same place. So during new moon, you have to collect your masculinity, you have to collect your femininity, mix them together and create something new. Obviously, when you're creating something new, you need both the energies. Like when you're creating a baby, you need both. So now that's what happens. So this time we have obviously that same thing. We have to take on our masculinity and take on our feminine and mix it together. You are a man or a woman, same story. And what does that mean? It means that masculinity has to do with doing and femininity has to do with creating and multiplying and all that. So when you put the two together, you can just see what amazing things come out of that. So we have to set an intention, because we are planting, because it's the new moon, setting the intention for the next 28 days that has to do with what we want. So now this new moon is about a turning point. It is about something that has come to fruition, something that is coming to an end, and it's time to change direction, or it's time for that thing to take another level. but it's more about changing something, changing. So turning point is definitely like you were going east, now you're gonna go west. You were going north, now you're gonna go south. So it's about a turning point, and now it is also going to be a time where you feel so much stuck, because it's a turning point, and it's not gonna be easy to just say, oh, by the way, I'm just gonna go to the east, I'm done with the west. It's not gonna be easy to do that. So there's gonna be a lot of stuck energy. You're gonna feel like, I am stuck. I don't know what the future looks like. I don't even know what next to do. I don't even know the next simple step I need to take. I just feel like I have no idea what's going on. It feels like everything is moving, but not me. It feels like everything is just happening to me. It feels like I'm not in control. It feels like I don't know how to be in control. So there is a lot of that energy during this time, and it's because the planets that are with Taurus are squaring a very, very strong planet, Saturn, and Saturn is all about that that energy of rigid and all that energy that talks about discipline and all those kind of stuff. So the way they are squaring each other, it's causing the energy to be about change, but not clear cut change. So you don't be surprised if you feel like you don't know what's going on. So, and fortunately enough, we have the current pandemic, and a lot of people don't know if they've got jobs or not. They don't know if they're gonna have jobs for the next 3 months or not. They don't know if they're gonna have an income. They don't know what's gonna happen. Are we gonna be out of this lockdown in 2 weeks? Are we gonna be out of this lockdown in 2 years? Nobody seems to understand, like, if we are not out of the lockdown, what's going to happen to me? If the lockdown is 6 months, what's going to happen? If the lockdown is 5 years? Obviously, it can't be. But, like, what if? So, what would I do with my life? How would my life look like? You know, there's so much that is uncertain. But we all feel this big force that says something is turning, something is definitely turning, and it's turning quickly, and it needs us to change, but we have no idea what's up. So I've been feeling the same way. And unfortunately for me, I can't even take time off really. So I've been really trying to find, a Sunday day, a Saturday day, an afternoon to get into myself and get the time to work on my own energy to set up with all of this, because I've been so busy. So many people need my help. So many people need sessions from me. I need to be doing so much work for other people, and I can feel the energy. I can feel that something is moving so fast. I mean, I've been really ready for this. Beginning of last year, something very specific happened in my life, and I'll probably do another video and just share with you this. And it happened actually 2 years back, the year before this and last year. Beginning of the year, something like huge that had to do with this time happened in my life, and I kept being told that I need to prepare, and all the signs and all the moon and all this energies every month when they come, it was all about prepare. And obviously I didn't know what I was preparing for, and I just like, I mean, the year before last, this is the 2020 now, 2018, beginning of the year, I did not eat for about 17 days, and I was supposed to do it for 40 days, but I was like, God, please, no ways. I went on holiday, and then I was like, that's it, I'm good. And then I finished it a little bit later on, but that was all about, I needed to prepare. I needed to prepare against luck. And after that, a lot of my clients came with lack, and I could face that with them. I could be able to deal. And I was at the time like, God, but I am not in lack right now. I fixed my leg. I mean, I had 40 million rand stories and my own dramas, and I fixed that. Like, why must I not be eating for so long and just deal with leg when I done my leg situation is fixed now. But there was something bigger that I needed to be ready for. And the same thing happened last year, and I could tell you the whole story. But all of it for me was to prepare for this time. So at this current time, this time came with me prepared. Even when the first lockdown came through, a lot of people were panicking, a lot of people were under stress. I had no problems. I was at one point very, 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 very feeling guilty about the fact that nothing was touching me. Like, I couldn't feel any of it. People were emotional. People could not cope. It was horrible, but I just felt nothing. But that's when the universe said to me, this is what I wanted you to be ready for, so that you don't panic, because so many people are gonna need you. And guess what? I have been working almost 24 hours a day since this pandemic started. And I know that I cannot chill because people need me to do this. And obviously, I've been prepared for this. And it took a long time for me to be prepared for it. But it came through all these things that I'm telling you right now. So I can feel right now that there's a shift, it's going, and I feel like, oh my God, I don't know what's up. But like the good thing about it is that it's gonna give us time to sort of get onto it. It's a turning point. It's a big turning point, but it is asking us the question that the turning point is asking us. It's a big question of stability on what we want. So the big question is, what do you really want? And now a lot of people always think that they want money. It's like, oh no, guess what, Pussy? If I can just get money, I'll be fine. If I can just get 3 million rands, I'll be okay. It's all money. It's not money we need. It is not money we need. And it's easy because money has taken the blame for everything. Everybody who has a problem, they think they have got a money problem. You don't know how many people come to me and say they have a money problem. And then we sit down to discuss it, and there's no money problem. A person has a relationship problem, a person has an emotional problem, a person has a not feeling good enough problem, a person has a value problem, a person has so many problems, but not money. And I am a money coach because, God, that sounds fine and good, but I do nothing around that actually now. Like, just summarizing it, 90% of the work I do is never about money. It's all about freeing people from something that they need to be freed from. It could be their careers, it could be their marriage, it could be anything. But obviously, because money gets blamed for everything, the person thinks it's a money issue, and then finally, after so long, they find out that it is never a money issue. I thought when I started my own personal development journey that I had a money problem, and I actually didn't have one. I needed to meet God. I needed to meet all spirituality. I needed to, Jesus. Yeah. So it's a turning point. It's a big one. It's asking you for stability. It's asking you for what you want, and it's not money. So don't even think about it. If you were thinking it's money, it's not. It's not. Leave money out of this. I'm just gonna help you with that and give you the answer quickly. That is the wrong answer for that question. Is not money. Money is not the answer. You need to find out what really, really, really it is that you want. Other people want freedom. Other people want happiness. Other people want relief. Other people want joy. Other people want content, to be content. Other people want a lot of different things, and it's not money. And what you want is not gonna come through money. When you do have what you want, money will be there. Money always comes through to the good energy people, to the good vibing people. I promise you, when you're good vibing, when you've sorted out your shit, when you cleared up your stuff, money is gonna come through. When you haven't, money is not showing up to that. Hence, everybody blames money for it. So yeah, now you know. So every time you have a problem, don't think you have a money problem. But the good thing is that money has always been the key to where you want to go. When I say key, I mean that everybody goes thinking they're going to fix their money issues while they actually fix the real issues. Hence, I'm saying I help people with all sorts of issues every day, but it starts just with the money. The opening line is money, and then everything happens, and then at the end money shows up, and then they're like, but see, there is so much that just happened and I got so much, but then now I also have the money, but what happened here? That's what happens. So that's what happened to me, like literally that's what happened to me. So it is so while it's a turning point, while it's big, while it's about stability and asking what you want, it is also going to be about you slowing down. You're not gonna find the answer standing and trying to fix stuff. You need to sit down. So you need to take time for yourself, time for personal development, time for introspection, time for you to then find the true answer, the real answer. As I'm saying that if somebody asks, what do you want, to be like, oh, money, it's money. It's not. So, and if I say it's not money, and then you'll be like, then what? Okay, I can't think of anything right now than money. Oh yeah, no, you need to sit down. You can't do it standing up. You need to sit down and then get into it and finding that thing that actually is. So you need to slow down. So coronavirus and all these lockdowns are really asking you to slow down, like really slow down. People who don't have to sit down and shut up right now are people who have been prepared for this for a long time, that they will be able to stand in the gap for other people. So even if you can go to the Himalayas, you'll find that there is a warrior that is standing at the gate while the monks are praying, because there's always going to be somebody who needs to stand in the gap. And at this time, people who are not in the corner somewhere doing this, they've been prepared for this time that they will be okay doing the work. So a lot of people I've seen also in social media be like, oh my God, the health workers, these people are ready for this. These people are put in place for such a time. And they will get their chance. They will get their chance to deal with shit. Everybody gets their chance. Nobody can come out of it. Nobody can get away from getting to deal with their own stuff. So everybody is dealing with their own thing whenever they need to, but a big chunk of the planet is dealing with their issues right now. So, and for some reason, as a coach, I've been coaching for many years. For some reason right now, people are moving so fast. Like, we are getting through things that would have taken us probably 3 months. Like, we get through them in 3 weeks, because the energy is saying, yes, if you're going to sit down and do the work, it's going to work. So a person who books a session gets through so much than we could ever have done in a session. And I'm like, wow, this is quick. That was quick. We got there very quick. So people are getting their healing so fast. But only those that have told themselves that I want to do the work, I want to take the course, I want to take the coaching session, I want to deal with the issue. So then, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to be quick now. It's going to be about value and self-worth and your value system. So your value system is going to feel like it's changing. You're going to get new understandings. You're going to get new discoveries. So you might have been valuing something that has been there in your life. Like you value, let's say maybe, I don't know what you value. Like maybe you value your partying so much. And like, I don't know, but like I value partying so much. Jesus. So, but there could be something that you valued so much, but all of a sudden now it doesn't mean anything. So our value systems are going to change. Maybe you valued your partner so much. You're like, oh, my partner is my everything. Like if my partner wasn't here, I'm going to die. Nothing can function in my life without my partner. And then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, my partner is great and all that, but I'm more valuable. You know what? If my partner is here or not, I'm going to be fine. And all of a sudden it's like, what happened to me? Why am I not valuing this thing that I value so much? So it's going to happen. A lot of people are going to have that. As much as obviously we can see that the planet is showing this to us. We used to, I just read a story on Facebook that South Africans are jumping the border, are going to Zimbabwe to get alcohol. Like, my goodness, South Africans never had a problem with that. Like, wow. Tell me about, like, nobody thought at this time we will be valuing the things we are valuing right now. We value a hug. We value a lot of stuff that we never gave attention to. But as much as that, it's like simple stuff and be like, oh yeah, life has changed. But in your own life, you're going to have new discoveries. There's going to be things that are going to stop being valuable to you, and there's going to be new things that are going to start being really, really serious to you. And right now, it's just so crazy that last month during Aries, we entered the Aquarius age. So, oh my goodness, I don't have enough time for this, but I'm just going to explain this very, very, very briefly. The Aquarius age is so the sun takes about 2,000 years to go from one planet to the next. And the past 2,000 years, we had the Pisces age that was about religion and a whole lot of other things. I can give you the list. And finally, now we have moved into the new age that's going to continue for another 2,000 years. And yeah, it's about Aquarius. So Aquarius is about peace, warmth, and those are the positive aspects of Aquarius, and spirituality, truth, and all of that. So we're going to see a lot of religious stuff fall off, and we're going to see a lot of spiritual stuff. So your values might change from just being religious to being a truly spiritual person, like spiritual level, in a way that you'll be like, I was never ready for this. But it's going to happen, and it has happened to a lot of people. When I wrote my book and I took it out, so many people came to me and be like, we never understood spirituality until right now. Like, wow, I've been so religious. I didn't know I was religious. And I just didn't even know what they meant. But now I get it. Like, that book was ready for this age. Anyway, I had nothing to do with it. So the book literally wrote itself. I was just sitting there typing. I was typing the book. That's all I did. I typed the book. I promise you, I typed the book only. So this changing of values is going to be the core of what you want. So what you want is going to link so much with your values changing. You're going to start valuing new things. You're going to start taking certain things serious, and you're going to find your new desires, your new ones. And you need to sit down and take it all in during this time. Sit down and take it all in. Now, all of this, if you're not doing it voluntarily, if you're not volunteering to do this, if you're not saying, oh God, you say now we should sit down, shut up, and get into ourselves, there's going to be so many challenges. Challenges are going to come at you like nobody's business to push you just on this direction of what do you value, what do you want. So if you don't know what you want, don't worry. You will know. Now, believe me, you don't want to know what you want through challenges. But challenges, they're so good at telling you what you want. Because what happens is that in a challenge, you lack something, and then you finally find out that actually you want something because you don't have it. Then you find it. So a lot of people right now also are in so many challenges. It could be money, it could be a relationship, it could be this, it could be that. Guess what? The challenge is going to show you what you really want. The challenge is going to show you what where you want to go. What is your new value? What is the new value system that you're taking on? So allow the challenge to show you. So don't fight the challenge. Allow the challenge. So it's your business that's crumbling. It's your marriage that's crumbling. It's your relationship with whoever that's crumbling. It's whatever that's crumbling. Allow it to show you the new value system that you need to have, and to show you what is it that you want, because that is going to be the easiest way for you to find out if you can't find out by yourself. Like, if you can't pray, sit down and pray and find out. Challenges are going to let you know. So a lot of people right now are getting challenges, are challenged in ways they've never been challenged before, but it's all for the good. So use those challenges. And the good thing is that when you challenge, you're going to have to go and ask for help somewhere, and then you're going to find stuff out to be like, oh wow, really, this is it. So if you're feeling right now there's so many challenges in your life, in your business, in whatever, know that there's they paving the way for you. They are making things correct, and you need to just pay attention to them. Pay attention to them. Don't complain about them. Find somebody who can help you with them. So if it's money, find somebody who can help you with money. If it's business, find somebody who can help you with business. If it's marriage, find somebody who can help you with marriage. If it's whatever, find somebody who can help you with that. If it's health, find somebody. It's there for a reason. It's taking you to the new level of finding your new values, finding what you want. And it's all for the good. So around about the 25th of April, so that will be towards the end of the week, you're probably going to start seeing a lot of things that ask you for freedom. So the Saturn is going to just allow, well, when the moon starts to move, it's gonna get into a liberation energy around the 25th. And it's going to ask you about freedom. So you're going to feel the need for freedom. You're going to feel the need to be free. You're going to feel the need to get into a new dimension that allows you freedom for something. So it could be in a relationship, it could be in anything, but you're going to get that edge and work with it. Sometimes you find that other people will enter it because they are there to just finally manifest it, or it will be a journey. It will be beginning of a journey of you getting into your freedom space, and it's gonna last up to around about August. So August, September is gonna be the climax for that freedom vibe. So yeah, it's either you're manifesting it or it's the beginning of the journey for you to get your freedom. So, but there is that energy is gonna be around from the 25th up to September. So that's how the planets are set up. From the 25th, they're allowing you to get into a freedom vibe. So if you needed freedom for a long time, guess what? It's time. Make it happen. So that's what I'm really looking forward to, that, because I have my own big, huge thing that I've wanted to get so much freedom from, which is my sacral chakra. For a long time, I've had serious, well, I wouldn't say serious issues with my sacral chakra, but the thing is, my root chakra, and now I'm talking about chakras and I've not even explained what that is, but those are energy systems in our body. Please Google the thing out, and you need to know about it anyway. You really need to know about it. It's very important, so just Google it out. Now, my root chakra was the one that was totally messed up because I grew up without parents. My mother died when I was 7, and I felt abandoned and no stability and no security and no safety and nothing. Like, my root chakra was just like fucked up thoroughly. So I had to put more focus on that, and obviously my sacral chakra was also suffering a lot. But it was like, oh, well, you can wait. So right now, I'm at that time where I need to deal with my sacral chakra. And it's scary. It's 100% scary, guys. The next video, I'm going to tell you about my journey with the sacral chakra. And I've done some work right now, and I'm feeling good about the progress. But I'm feeling that this new energy of freedom is just going to open up stuff like, yo! Just so hectic. After this is done, so it's got to do a lot to do with the sensuality, creativity, manifesting desires, sexuality, all sorts of things. And I mean, just looking up on sensuality and sexuality. The past years I've done so much work. I've done so much work with my sexuality. I've done all sorts of workshops where I've like really like, my goodness, I can tell you all about it. I'll tell you all about it in the next video. And I want to talk about the sacral chakra because it's just currently something important for me. But I've done all this kind of creepy stuff, and I never used it per se, like truly used it. So I learned how to have an orgasm for an hour. I learned how to, oh my god, like, oh, this time is no longer on my side. I have a yoga session after this. So I've learned so much about sexuality, so much about sensuality, tantra, tantric sex, yeah, like a lot. But because of my sacral chakra issues, well, obviously I was focusing on the root chakra because that was urgent. I never got to experience the stuff. So now, guess what? Uzoba lit. So all this freedom energy, I'm just gonna be like, hey Jesus, I'm here. So I'm totally gonna be enjoying myself through this. I'm really gonna use this freedom window. I'm really gonna use it to just get onto that vibe, because it's about pleasure, it's about enjoying life, it's about appreciating life, it's about knowing that God created life to be enjoyed. It's about canceling guilt in your life. It's about allowing yourself to be who God created you to be. If God created you to be a billionaire, you want to do that. You don't want to feel like, oh my God, let me just be a millionaire, because hey, guess what? Being a billionaire is a little bit too much. You know, will people understand? You don't want to be asking if people will understand or what. You just want to go and do it. So yeah, enjoy the new moon. The most important ritual or practice you can do is to write your desires. Write your desires in a piece of paper, put it under your pillow when you go to bed for 3 days, and sleep with them for 3 days. If you have amazing sex, make sure it's very amazing and that paper is underneath your pillow, because that also just works very, very good together. And we're gonna definitely talk about sex and money and all that amazing stuff. So you just wanna subscribe to the channel. This one, perfect channel. So put your you can write as many desires as you want, put them under the pillow, have them there for 3 days. Don't take them out until 3 days has passed. After 3 days has passed, then you can go and put it in a sacred place, like a box or somewhere, where 10 years later you can look at those desires and be like, Jesus, what? Me? I wanted this. This was too easy. So that's what you do. And then you want to take a salt bath. You want to connect with a color orange, because your desires go with your sacral chakra. You want to open up that chakra because that is the chakra that allows you to manifest. You want to have an orange candle and a white candle in your house, just burning when you're doing your meditations during the 3 days. And then take a salt bath with nice essential oils, like orange and rose oils and all that, and just make that space beautiful. Sit outside, have a lot of water, and sit outside at night if you can, so that you can take in that energy of the new moon. Thank you guys. Remember to subscribe and share with your friends, and we're gonna have a video, I promise, almost every week. I'm going to make sure that if it's not full moon or it's not new moon, we talk about other things in between those weeks that we're not doing that. So tune in every week. Just check in whenever. I'm not sure which day is gonna happen, but every week there's gonna be a new video. So subscribe and click on that notification bell so that you can see when there's a new video, and share it. Please share it, and comment on the comment section. Tell me what's up. Thank you. Bye bye.